So it's commonplace to show affection through a kiss, whether it be to a loved one or a pet, family member. And I could think of the last time I kissed a dog. It kind of feels good. And you see a lot of people kiss their pets. Now, imagine for a minute if your pets are cold-blooded, maybe a pet snake or a pet tortoise, and you have that affection towards the animal. You might ask yourself, hey, can I kiss this animal? Well, we'll talk a little bit about that today, among other things. So, welcome to TDI Live. This is episode 10. Today is Wednesday, October the 9th. And we've got a few things for you. We've got what's new in the world of tie-dyed iguana, a fun industry story, the myth about whether or not you should kiss your reptile, and I think we have an oldie but a goodie when it comes to conspiracy theories. So, I'm Matt.
And I'm Bill.
And I'm Heather.
And you are listening to TDI Live. So what's new in the world of TDI? In the last week, the big things we've done, we finished the rearrange over by the tortoise pen. So actually, as soon as we're done recording this, I'll be out there building our last shelf. And we've got a pallet of cacti and succulents that just got delivered. So we're going to get all those out. So we are nearly done with that rearrange over there and getting all the plants in. There's a little bit of product still out that we've discontinued, and that'll be going away by the end of, or by the beginning of next week. This weekend, myself and Stephanie will be headed up to the NARBC show in Tinley Park, Illinois. In my opinion, the largest live animal reptile show in the country, and they've got a couple of them. It's in Arlington and Tinley Park. Couldn't think about where it was for a minute.
No. Can you pick me up some Phyllobates terribilis, the mint variety?
The mint variety?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Bill likes to drop Latin on me because I don't know it. I'll just walk to each booth. Do you have any mint variety?
Mint variety terribilis.
And then lastly, and you'll hear about this next week, but next Saturday is our third annual pumpkin patch event. This is very popular. I actually just ordered the pumpkins before recording this. We have 250 pumpkins coming in. They are like a cantaloupe size. And they'll be free for the kids that show up. They can take the pumpkin and just take it home and do whatever they want with it, or they can paint/carve the pumpkin, bring it back the next week, and we'll have a contest with some really cool pumpkin trophies. So watch social media for that. We do have a Facebook event, and you'll see a little bit more information out there for that. So that's what's new in the world of TDI. Did I miss anything that you guys can think of?
No.
That's our last 7 days and 7 days forward. So Heather, tell us about your reptile industry news for the week.
Okay, so this guy in San Jose, he's like a reptile breeder, snake breeder, and he also does shows. He goes out to places and does shows, kind of like how we do. So he carries around his reptiles in a duffel bag, is one of the things he uses to carry them in, which is kind of silly, but...
Well, did they go into, did he go into detail, are they each individually bagged and
just
then
like a
put
duffel
in,
bag of snakes?
or are they then put into double bag? Because I think he had lizards and snakes.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably in different containers inside this duffel bag. I don't think he took them and threw them into the bag.
Who moves their snakes in a duffel bag?
Anyway, so what happened was he had set them down. He had done a show at a library. He set them down, I think, at the entrance, and he went to his car to pull it around to load everything in. Well, when he got back, somebody had stolen the duffel bag, and he thinks that the thieves thought he had computer equipment in there, and they took off with it because it had 30 pounds of snakes, 4 snakes and a lizard in it. So, yeah, so that's basically what happened, and he ended up recovering 2 of the snakes in a dumpster later.
Kidding?
Yeah, he found them in a dumpster.
Were they alive?
Yeah.
Huh.
So he found 2.
So maybe the dude, whoever the thief was, probably dumped all 4 of them, but naturally they're alive and
escaped.
One that they found was a albino caramel Burmese python.
So albino, caramel. Those are 2 totally opposite ends of the color spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm albino caramel.
Well, they have caramel albino ball pythons.
Yeah, you're just albino.
Yeah.
I'm more just caramel. I call it caramel. You say caramel?
Caramel.
Yeah, I said caramel 3 times trying to get it to stick, and
It
it's
could
not
be
working for me.
caramel, too.
Caramel.
Depends.
Caramello. Remember caramellos?
Yes.
Those are so good. I remember at the school fundraisers, they would, like the Caramello bar, dude. That's where it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this story, we can relate to it because we've had animals stolen here a couple times.
Pretty blatantly, too.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we've recovered. For some reason, I want to say there's one we didn't recover, but I remember we had the frilled dragon stolen.
That was way back in the beginning.
We didn't get that one back.
No, we got the frilled back.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, no, we
Okay.
got the frilled back because I knew the guy. He was like actually helping us do some renovations,
Yes.
and the MFer fucking like that, like how I say MFer. Yeah. Anyway, he steals the frilled from us, and I forget how we found out. I think someone narked him
Somebody
out.
snitched on him. He came back bawling and
Yeah.
crying.
He's
You're
like,
like,
sorry, man. I'm
it's
sorry.
like, oh, thanks.
I'm like, dude, get the
Get the
hell
lizard,
out of
get
here.
out of here. You're not
Dickhole.
allowed in here no more.
Pretty much. And then we had, I think the big one was that red tail boa that kid stole and jammed down his pants.
Oh, yeah.
And we had basically a customer did like a citizen's arrest with him
Yes.
up in Jerseyville.
Yeah.
That was cool. Well, that wasn't cool, but I mean, it was cool that we had the support from our customer base where we just
Yeah,
put it out on
that's-
social media.
Yeah.
And this kind of thing happens. I mean, you hear about it at some stores in
The guy
St.
had
Louis.
warrants out on himself,
did.
too. Yeah.
Well, because he was, wasn't he wanted for an armed robbery, I thought?
I think it was burglary. I don't know if it was armed robbery,
Okay.
but I know it was burglary, residential burglary or
Burglary.
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 He was
That's a fun
stealing
word.
something that wasn't his.
He was burgling.
He was burglarizing.
He burgled the burger hut.
Yeah.
The hamburglar burgled the burgle hut.
Yeah.
I like that word. So yeah, I mean, to the assholes that do this, you're going to get caught. You're an idiot. You're stealing a live animal. And in some states, I think Missouri, it's a felony, isn't it?
Could be, yeah.
So, or maybe not. That wouldn't make sense. In Missouri, it's a felony. Felony's federal. Missouri's a state. It's against the damn law. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So, but I know some states it carries a heavier penalty if you
Yeah.
steal an animal because
And
you're endangering
I
the
think
animal.
the value of what is being stolen has goes into question too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think anything over a $300 theft is a felony,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah, when this fool stole the boa constrictor from us, where he fucked up was he bragged about it to a friend.
Yep.
And we put it out there on Facebook, and people don't like seeing animals being stolen, let alone from small businesses, because you're stealing from a family. And
you
just
just
screwed up.
if you would have been about 5 seconds sooner, you would have caught him
Oh, yeah.
doing it.
yeah, the
And
camera.
he was
yeah, literally.
weird. He was weird. I thought because I was doing the tarantulas and where I was standing, I could not see what they were doing, but I knew he was.
It was right on camera though.
Yeah, and then you asked him if he needed help or something. He said
said
something
some
about corn
stupid-
steaks. Say, oh, your corn
Yeah.
steaks are too expensive.
He's
or
like, I'm
blah,
going to
blah, this."
PetSmart, and then he left with a boa constrictor in his
Yeah,
pocket.
and it's like he got his.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's better
Good.
he got caught that way than if he would have got caught by us.
We've not
Because
yet
he
caught
might have
somebody
been
doing that.
came up. He might have been a missing person.
I have a wildly
just
bad
shove
temper.
him in the dumpster.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do. There's a reason I quit carrying a gun in here. So, yeah. All right, so enough of that because this is all being recorded and immortalized. And should somebody show up dead or in a dumpster, we now have 2 suspects, Bill and Heather.
Hey,
All right, so do you kiss your dog, Heather?
yeah, I give her kisses.
Why did you hesitate to answer that? Are you embarrassed that you kiss your dog?
No.
Everybody kisses a
Yeah.
dog.
I don't kiss my
I
dogs
kiss my
because they
dogs
smell like snot.
when I had dogs. I don't have dogs no more.
Yeah, okay. I don't kiss my animals. So the whole "is it okay to kiss your pet reptile" thing. I've seen it 1,000 times. I don't know about you guys.
I've never done that myself. Just
You've never
because
kissed a reptile?
No, just because I know.
You kissed Cindy.
Um,
I'm a politician. That kind of makes me a snake.
but I don't know.
You've never kissed
Maybe
me,
because
though.
I knew about the salmonella thing from way back. Even when I was a small, when I was still a fledgling.
When you were a wee man.
Yeah, before I knew how to fly.
Right after the war.
Yeah, and
Before you knew how to fly.
but I just never did.
Have you ever kissed a reptile, Heather? Yeah, you have.
I
I
don't
know you have.
actually. I don't.
I
Think
knew it.
have. I don't think
Oh,
so
haven't?
because I know
I
the.
might have. I don't.
I never
think
kissed a
ever did.
reptile. So the reason you don't want to kiss your reptile is because of salmonella. Reptiles carry salmonella, and it's passed in their feces. So you're probably wondering, well, what does it matter if I kiss it then? Well,
Just don't kiss the reptile's butt.
they poop in their environment, and
They
we
crawl
clean our
through it
environment daily.
sometimes,
But yeah, still they crawl through it. They eat it a lot of
Yeah.
times.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Granted, if
Tortoises.
you were going to kiss a reptile, I would not kiss it on the mouth.
No.
I've seen plenty of videos of that. People
Oh
getting
yeah,
their lips
right
snatched.
on the mouth.
Didn't you have one like last week, Heather, of someone getting bit in the mouth by a pixie frog or something? Or that wasn't
I
you?
can't remember.
Oh well.
I can't
Man,
remember. I
that
don't think
sounds
so.
very, very familiar.
So kissing a reptile, you run a very high risk of ingesting salmonella via the feces that they have danced around in their tank.
Yeah, and then if
And-
you get salmonella, you get hydrophobia of the blowhole.
Hydrophobia of the blowhole.
That is fear of shooting water out of your ass.
Out of your blowhole.
Yeah, out of your
That's where the
blowhole.
blowhole's where you breathe.
Yeah, because your butt turns into a blowhole. It's like a beluga's blowhole.
Don't burgle that.
Fart.
The beluga
Crap.
blowhole.
Yeah. Ain't no retaining, ain't no suppressing a beluga's blowhole.
No burgers are staying in the beluga's blowhole with the hamburglar around. The blowhole burglar.
Guys, you guys are bad today.
So don't kiss your pet reptile or your blowhole will be beluga burgled. Let's move past that. So I don't have anything else to comment on that.
Did we lose all of our Facebookers?
No, we got a few people watching. So, yeah, those of you that are just listening to this, we are actually broadcasting this on Facebook Live right now. So, a few people get a sneak peek into the behind the scenes of us sitting in the office talking about beluga blowholes. So, all right, so conspiracies. It's time for Bill's Conspiracy Corner. Except Bill has no conspiracy today. But we came up with one that we thought would work, and it's an oldie but a goodie, and it's just kind of like UFOs and aliens in general.
Yeah.
And Bill, I'm really actually curious on your thoughts. Do you believe in aliens? Are we alone? Have they visited? Let's talk.
I kind of really...
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I
Beluga hole,
used
here we go.
to, when I was younger, because I was really, really big into the UFO thing. Because I had relatives that lived in the country, and I would talk to like some of their neighbors and stuff, and they would tell me about these stories where they would actually see spacecraft and stuff. And I don't know if they were serious or whatever, but I was into it pretty heavy, and I know I did a term paper when I was a freshman in high school on Project Blue Book. That was the big, I guess, government cover up on aliens and Roswell and all that.
But you say you used to believe in it, so
I
you
don't
no
really.
longer?
Yeah, I kind of really don't believe it now.
Why?
I think a lot of it is we have technology that, 30 to 50 years ahead of, what normally we're told. And there's just stuff out there that we're not told because, we're not privy or, we're not, the government probably thinks, well, they probably won't be able to handle this.
So, but I mean, do you think we're alone in the universe? Is that what you're saying? Or
I think so.
really?
Because I've seen people that actually Neil deGrasse Tyson was one of them. He did this documentary or whatever, and he kind of said that.
You think
Pretty
we're
much,
alone?
yeah.
And that would be depressing.
But I don't know. It's like you said. It's vast. I mean, it's.
Have you ever tried to fathom, the true have you? Fuck.
It's hard.
It stresses me out. I can't even. My brain is far too primitive to fathom the scope of our
It
universe.
is.
There's gotta be something
What?
out there, but it's just so far away that we can't even measure it.
Maybe
with
it's
our
not
brains.
far away though. I mean, maybe it's right around the corner, so to say, and we're too naive and caught up in, gotta pay the bills, gotta get a new shirt,
Yeah. Or we're just not being told the truth. I mean, that's.
But
I
does
think
somebody
that's
have to
a
tell?
lot of it.
No one has to tell you to know that it's real. I mean,
No, but I mean, they could tell you that, hey, that, the Earth is round and we're spinning around the sun.
oh yeah, you're a flat earther.
No,
aren't you?
I'm not a flat earther.
okay.
I'm just saying that there's very good evidence on both sides of that, the flat Earth and the round Earth,
There's very good evidence that there's a flat Earth.
from the stuff that I've watched. I'm on the fence about that, and if I
How can
can't
you
go
possibly be on the fence about whether or not the Earth is round?
because I have never went up in space to look at a round Earth
Have you
or
ever
a
looked at?
flat Earth.
Have you ever been in an airplane?
No.
Oh, I
Well,
have.
no, I've been in a helicopter and I was in a little Cessna that landed on the water.
Yeah.
But like commercial aircraft, oh hell no.
So you've never seen like the curvature on
Nope.
the horizon?
Nope.
Well, I have. I can
I
tell you that
have.
it's round.
And I've seen videos of people showing that, but they use a fisheye lens, and it's like it kind of makes everything round. And like this one they were showing, and the rope, there was this rope. It was actually I think on the space station, but there was this rope.
A
It's
rope
like,
on the space
why
station?
is the rope curved? The rope should not be curved.
Why is there
I mean,
a rope on the space station?
You'd have to watch some of the
In case you want to
some of the
exercise.
videos. Yeah, I guess.
All right, guys, rope time.
It's to pull in to pull yourself in so you don't drift into space.
There's a gravity where I think Sandra Bullock's in it.
Yeah, that's
and
the
they're
one.
like floating away. Like, I don't know. I just remember that.
I
scene.
never watched that one. That
Well,
looks freaky.
We
Yeah,
digress,
I've never
but that's
seen it.
okay.
I used to watch. It was back came out in the '60s. It was Lost in Space.
They had TVs in the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh.
First part of it came out in black and white, but it was. I really liked it. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I clearly didn't see it in the 60s.
No, obviously not.
No.
But I mean, they have it. I think like some of the cable channels, like Nick at Night, used to play it. The Sci-Fi Channel used to play it every now and
They had
then.
aliens in Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Me
They had all
TV has it
kinds.
on sometimes.
Lost in
Yeah.
Space. So, I guess back to the UFO alien thing. So, you don't believe UFOs are real, and you don't believe aliens are real. And so what, like these UFO sightings, is it like government aircraft? Or
I think yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think that we are not told a lot of stuff.
I mean, I think there are
And like you
definitely
said, we're being,
aliens.
we're distracted. We're, like with sports or, our lives or whatever. And it's just like it's something to keep,
You know
it's
who's not distracted with sports?
basically like,
This guy.
giving your dog a ball to keep him occupied. So we're just like the pets of the government, and they just give us like
Balls.
little things like sports.
Here's your balls, Bill.
sports. Go play sports, or go watch sports, or whatever. There's I don't know.
Do you believe in aliens, Heather? In UFOs?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I do. God, I do. Dear God. I've seen Close Encounters. They're real. I've seen E.T.
I've seen Close Encounters.
This is a pretty good movie. Have you ever seen Contact?
No.
With
No.
what?
I've heard of it.
Man, Jodie Foster.
Yeah, I heard about where we found out her dad's like the alien or whatever it was.
Well, she goes through like a wormhole. Man, it's freaking wild.
yeah, I've
You should
never
check
seen it.
out.
I heard about it.
Did you ever see Interstellar?
Yes.
That one was kind of effed up.
That one was
When they went onto that
really
planet that was like
wild.
right on the horizon of the black hole, and they're down there for like 12 minutes, and then they go back up to the spaceship, and the crew member they left behind's all old, and he's like, "I've given up. It's been 80 years," and they're gone for like 12 minutes, and
Yeah.
it was actually kind of emotional.
I like
Yeah.
I'm a softie though.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That is a good one,
I like
actually.
that one.
Yeah, that proves there's aliens. All right, we've achieved absolutely nothing with the conspiracy corner, but it's fun to talk about, and maybe
Well,
next
the
week we'll talk
stuff
flat
with-
Earth.
Yeah, the stuff that I have is not really talkable. It's pretty dark, but
It's because you're so dark, Bill.
no.
It's so dark that I can see you in the dark. So, all right, Heather, what kind of surprise do you have for us today?
Okay, so now this game, this is the one where you gotta guess what the other one's gonna say.
Okay, are you going to participate?
I don't know, because that would be kind of confusing, because then that would be like a three-way type of thing.
Why would you suggest such a thing, Heather?
I knew you were gonna take that wrong.
Call
Okay,
it a trifecta.
try. Okay,
Trifecta.
okay. So now you guys gotta guess. What is the other person's biggest pet peeve?
God.
I know I've said stuff about.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. I have a bunch.
I think one of Bill's pet peeves is definitely people not putting shit back where it belongs.
Yeah.
People not following simple directions.
Yeah.
Those are a couple. What do you have for me? I'm sure you know. I don't think much the same.
Probably putting stuff back
Yeah.
where it belongs. People parking in your way, like when you tell them, hey, I'm bringing the truck and the trailer, don't park, in this specific.
And then I pull
people,
up and there's MFers
and there,
parked
yeah,
there.
then there's people parked
It's like,
there.
well, thanks, guys.
Um,
Glad we communicated that.
Can't think.
Yeah, I
of
think
it.
mine's just like common sense.
Yeah,
That's my biggest
yeah.
pet peeve. If you don't have the common sense to function, do us a favor, go try to breathe like a fish underwater and see what
Yeah.
happens.
because
And
it's not a
we call that
finding out.
yeah,
Common sense
survival of the fittest.
is not a genetic trait passed on anymore.
No, it's not. I don't think it ever was. Heather's pet peeve. What would be Heather's biggest pet peeve?
I had a lot of pet peeves with driving.
Yeah.
People not using their turn signal, being on their phone.
Heather doesn't like me igniting starter fluid over her shoulder.
Yeah, that would kind of.
Let's not even get started on that one. No.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is, what would they choose for their last meal? And Matt should know what
Bill would
Bill's
choose
is.
steak and potatoes.
You'd probably choose chicken wings.
Yeah, show me's.
No, I guess Bill would choose roast beef.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
roast
he
beef? No
always
kidding?
eats roast beef.
I
Okay.
eat roast beef a
I messed
lot.
that up.
Prime rib too.
Okay.
I don't eat prime rib that much because I can't. afford
Heather would choose a cold hot dog, a Capri Sun, and a bag of muffins.
No.
it. Chocolate chip cookies.
I would choose everything that I can't eat right now, like popcorn and strawberries and
Oh, that's right.
cashews and all the
Anything with
stuff I can't
seeds
eat.
Or
Heather,
Yeah.
give me all the nuts. Seeds and nuts.
Yeah. So.
All right.
All right, now this one's kind of like the last one, but it's kind of different. It says, if they had 1 hour to live, what would they spend it doing?
If Bill had 1 hour to live, I don't think he would do anything different than he normally does.
probably not.
You'd probably. Oh, what would? Oh, I have to guess. Bill, yeah, I probably wouldn't do anything. What do you think I would do with 1 hour left?
I'm sure you would spend it with your family.
Yeah, I'd spend it with my family, and I would. I don't know to actually think about that. I would probably have to pass off some processes to my wife to keep this place rolling.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things I don't have written down intentionally.
I could spend it with Heather.
You would spend it with Heather?
Yeah.
Like, Heather, this is my last hour.
I enjoy Heather's company.
Heather, you'd spend your last hour with your parents, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, Mom, Dad, I'm going to be dead in T-minus 60, so...
Well, both my
Let's
parents
play
are dead,
Sorry.
and
This is morbid.
yeah.
Hey, you picked the question.
I know, I shouldn't have picked those, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's something to think about.
What else you got? Is that it? That's the last
No,
one?
this last one is not as morbid. It says, what is their favorite, funniest memory of each other from the store's history?
I think my funniest memory of you is that whole incident with the broken windshield and the
Yeah.
gun. The
Yeah, when
handgun.
you threw your holster down and it hit your
Hit the seat, bounced
up,
back.
and cracked your windshield.
I hope you guys are going to talk
Oh,
about
I was
this.
irate. God. So, well, what was your funniest memory before I tell that story? Of your
Man, I
funniest
don't
memory
know.
of me?
Probably that one day that we spent. It was a special day, and that's when I was still with my second wife.
I remember that day.
And she got so mad at me for having fun that day, and
We had fun every hour on the hour.
yes, it was great.
It was a day in April.
Yeah,
Oh, those were the early days. Yeah, that was funny.
but it was very. That was probably one of my better times. But then, like some of the times with the, when we were doing the filming and stuff. But
So the gun story, I'm going to tell my version of the story because Bill's going to disagree with me. But I was like, hey, I'm going to pick you up. Oh, we'll make up a time. I was like, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 10 o'clock. You got to go clean this turtle tank. And he's like, okay. So I show up at 10 o'clock, and I'm already a little irritated. And you weren't even ready. You're like, okay, let me get my stuff together. So I got pissed.
yeah,
I'm screaming and shouting. Heather had just started working here, and she was hiding. I remember she was hiding back here in the warehouse while we're screaming.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I got so mad, I went over to my car, and it was actually my gun case. Because I think I took my pistol, I put it in the case, and decided it was a good idea to throw my pistol in the case, and it hit the seat of my car, bounced at the inside of the windshield, and the whole windshield was just like, splat! Yeah, like spider
yeah.
web.
It was kind of a misinformation because from what I
Okay,
what I
here
get is you told me we need to leave at this time, and I think I misunderstood you and thought that I had to be there at this time. So it was kind of
It was the early days, man. I was hot-headed,
Yeah.
and I got pissed about everything.
yeah,
at the drop of
and
a
that's
hat.
when I was living here.
Yeah.
And me and my two dogs, and that's a whole nother. Yeah, I lived here for about a year.
Yeah, I denied that up until now. But
Well, I mean, it's been so long.
yeah, it is
ago,
what it is.
So
I was asked that question sometime recently. But I
Really?
was like, what are you talking about? All right, well, we'll wrap it up for today. So that is episode 10, episode 10. We are now 10 weeks into the TDI Live podcast. So Those of you who haven't, checked it out, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, and it is automatically uploaded to YouTube.
Yes.
Stephanie told me to stop saying YouTube because that was Bill's line. Bill's like, YouTube, you can get it on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Ronald Jenkins. Hey, YouTubes.
He does some amazing music.
So, you can find us out there. Look up TDI Live. It's TDI, or it's Tye-Dyed Iguanas Podcast. You post anything on Facebook about this?
Yeah, I do on Thursday. Yeah.
But we're always looking for something to talk about. So if you've got a suggestion, in particular a conspiracy suggestion, email it over to matt@thetdi.com. You never know, we might just bring you on as a guest. I think we are hitting that point where we want to start doing guest speakers.
Well, I want to revisit the water thing.
Yeah.
I just need to find the video that had all the different, there's over 260 something toxins in the water.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you for listening. I am Matt.
And I am Bill.
And I'm Heather.
And you just listened to TDI Live. Thank you for listening to Tye-Dyed Iguanas podcast, TDI Live. And don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thetdi.com.